Welcome to a tutorial on how to navigate and use the resources in my Adult Living Skills for Independence website. This is a website of resources for a successful transition to adult life for high school students and their families. I will begin by letting you know that my information is at the bottom of this website, and if you have questions, you can click on the link to send an email to me on any of the pages of the website. So the introduction page, the home page, includes, first of all, a link to my other career or job search ideas website called Student Career and Employment Resources. And that one looks like this. And it has an extensive selection of information on career planning resources, finding a job resources, keeping a job resources. I'll go back to the home screen here. And both of the websites will have information in the form of articles and videos and important charts and graphs of information that may be of use to you. So going back to the Adult Living Skills for Independence website, we have the categories of household and transportation, personal finances, community and civic responsibility, and parent resources. So you can click through to these different sections in a variety of ways. You can use the labels here at the top. You can click on the icons, or you can use the top of the website page to get all of the resources listed with drop downs. So on each page, you'll find some information. So you will want to scroll all the way down on the page to get all of the information that is available on each topic. And again, you'll find links to articles. You will find videos to view, and often you'll find some embedded either PowerPoint presentations or charts that might help you understand or learn more information about each topic. So the overall topic is adult living skills for independence. And on this page, you'll see, for example, 20 life skills not taught in school. And if you click on this, you will go right to the article that discusses the adult skills not taught in school, for example. And you can use that as you would like. And you can always go back to the main screen by going back or clicking on the top tab for that particular area. So for household and transportation, the first thing we will do is click on that page, the main page for this area. And you'll see that under household and transportation, we have information on renting an apartment, managing a home, healthy meal planning, and transportation options and buying a car. So when we go to renting an apartment, I have included several articles on first-time renters along with videos. There are checklists. For example, here's a checklist for a first apartment that could be of use. And it gives a checklist that you can actually download then for your own use, which might be helpful. So if you download something, you can just download it and it will appear in another tab. And then you could go ahead and print it and save it, or save it to your own printing. You could print here, or you could save it to your own computer drive with the download arrow. As I scroll down, This really has all the information and articles that will be really helpful with getting an apartment, saving money when renting, the process of doing an application is often something that students have no experience with. So there is a good article here on how to fill out an application and what is involved in a rental application. And this article will take you through all the steps and all of the things that you would need to be aware of to fill out an application. This one might be helpful to students as well. Getting approved with no previous rental history, which all of our young people will experience things for the first time, which all adult facilities and services are aware of that, but there are some things to be aware of. And when you are a young person who is very well informed, it really can help you to be best prepared and to save a lot of money with the things that you're doing. It's important to know what a security deposit is when you rent an apartment, so this link here will help you with that information. Okay, I'm going to go up to the top and go to our next section, maintaining a home. In the maintaining a home area, you will learn everything that you need to know about maintaining a home with a lot of how-to videos and much more. So there are some great YouTube channels. One is called Dad, How Do I? And this is an excellent resource for learning how to do all kinds of things, from lawn care to baking to using tools, bathroom repair, all types of things that you will need to be aware of and know how to do in your adult life. This other one, How to Adult YouTube channel, also has a lot of excellent resources for you. I'm going to close these tabs out for a minute here. And you will find videos on all types of information. This playlists tab here shows you that there are things on health and professional items, automotive items, home items, financial items, and many different topics. All types of things that you need to be able to do as an adult. So you can see there's information in all different kinds of areas, and they are coded by color, which is very helpful. Next, cleaning and organizing your home. This is something that is an important skill to master as an adult person or even as a teenager helping out your family at home. So there are videos on how to clean almost anything, how to organize your home, how to clean quickly, but do it well. One of my favorites is this Tidy Tips, how to be very organized in your home, and a lot of information on how to fold things, for example, and how to keep everything tidy and organized and neat. So that might be of help and be of interest. Another topic to discuss is minimalist living. This is the art of letting go, which saves people a lot of money, and you can read and find out more about that here. And there are some excellent videos that I really recommend you watch. One is called Change Your Closet, Change Your Life, for example, and the art of letting go. So this is a big movement now with people, and it's a very good way to find out ways to save money in your life and to be more organized and have less clutter. Finally, caring for your clothing is the final section here. Tips for doing laundry well, perfect laundry, how to take care of your clothes, and how to save money on clothes. And a great video on taking care of your clothes here as well. So that covers the main topics in maintaining a home. Our next section is healthy meal planning in adult life. Being able to plan nutritious meals can help to keep us healthy and out of the doctor's office and paying a lot less for insurance, our health insurance, and it has all kinds of benefits to be a healthy person. So what I've done is attached many simple meal plan ideas for beginners, for example, with some step-by-step instructions to give you some great ideas on meal planning. And it gives you just step-by-step how to do that. There's a planning sheet you can print off here for planning a week's worth of meals, and that can be a big money saver. Eating healthy on a budget is really important to a young person just starting out and becoming more independent. So this is a great article on how to eat healthy and save money. And then I've included, for example, some websites, some great websites with recipes and cooking ideas, such as eatingwell.com. And you can find many options for healthy meal planning here. In addition, I've found some videos and a great flyer on healthy eating tips and money-saving tips for healthy eating that you can view. So that is our section on healthy meal planning. Next, we have a section on transportation options. It's very important to know how to navigate your community and get around in your adult life. And there are many different options that you can explore. And having reliable transportation is very important for keeping a job and reliably getting to work every day. So you want to ask yourself, how will you get around your community? And there are many different options you'll see here, from walking to bicycle riding, public transportation, getting rides from family and friends, using ride shares, your own vehicle, or telecommuting, working remotely from home, which has been very popular lately. So again, you'll see some links to some articles, how to live and get around without getting a car, transportation and young adults, and some great videos and alternatives to owning your own car. But if you're interested in owning your own car, which is a great option as well, there is a lot of information here on buying your first car and some different guides, the costs, the hidden costs of buying a car to be aware of, how to buy a used car, which can save you money, and a couple of great videos with tips on car purchasing. And then it's very important to maintain your car well to make it last. So I have included a few links to great information on maintaining your car so that it stays reliable for you to get to work every day. All right, our next section is personal finances, all about matters of money, which are so important to set you up well for adult life and to help you save and to help you be able to have enough money to retire when you are ready to do so. So you can find this section has a lot of great general information on this home page of personal finances about personal finance basics. There are some great websites here. This one, Teen Financial Freedom, is an excellent website that is actually created and managed by teenagers, all about becoming financially free of debt or saving your money well. And so this is a great one to check out. Another tip, that if you find websites that interest you, you can always submit your name and join their email list. And a lot of great websites have wonderful newsletters they send out on a regular basis, or different materials that you can get by providing your information. So this website is really excellent and it gives you tons of information. So this one, for example, they have a free personal finance checklist for teens that you could access through their website, and many resources. They also have a blog and a podcast, which is great. Podcasts are wonderful ways to be able to learn new information. And so this is something often on websites. You can click on the website. This is taking a little while. And you can tap right into the podcast and listen to those on your phone or on a laptop or a tablet. and get some great information. Our next section here will give you, let's see here. I wanted to go over, these are some great things you need to know about finance by the age of 18, for example. Financial literacy is what we call being aware of money matters in your personal finances. Here are some great personal finance apps that you can put right on your smartphone that help you manage your money. And here's a great practical personal finance YouTube channel, which had some excellent resources, everything you could want to understand and know about money and money matters for adult life. Also, I've included some common websites where you can manage all of your money matters in one place, so you could check those out. And then within this category, you're going to see several different areas, 8 different main areas that we're going to go through. This is a big section with lots of information. So you'll see those information items, which we're going to go through in detail in just a moment. And then you will see a couple of videos, one on personal finance rules that school never teaches you. Well, sometimes school does teach us that, and I know many students take some great classes on practical math and money management skills, but it gives some good information in this video. And then Personal Finance 101, 10 things to do when you turn 18. So don't miss out on these great resources. Okay, so here I'm going to click on my first icon. Let's talk about adult living expenses and see those resources. So how much does it cost to live in the adult world? If you don't know, you can find out here. There's a video, and there are some great links to some average expenses for one person to find out what it really costs. Next, learning about needs and wants is something that we all study a bit in economics class, but this gives some more information how it connects to your budgeting and saving money. So you want to know what the difference is in needs and wants. There's an article you can click on here and a visual that might help you. Being an educated consumer, a smart shopper, is really important in adult life and in teen life too, if you want to save money and build up your bank account. So I've included some tips for teens, savvy shopping strategies, and a great video on saving money when you're shopping that you can look at. And then part of adult expenses is types of insurance. So it's important to know the types of insurance that adults have. And this will give you a lot of information on that, types of insurance everyone needs. So we've got a video and then a couple of articles. So you can click on this article, watch this video. And there's another article here that you can click on that has some information on the types of insurance. It's important to be informed about everything in your adult life. And so this should help you with all those basic adult living expenses that you need to be aware of. Okay, our next section is going to be, maybe I'll just for fun go back to home right now. Say I wanted to look back at the home screen. And so now I'm going to look at personal finances. Again, I can click right on this icon and I'm back to my main page, and I'm going to have to scroll down. So the next section, or I could also go up to the top again and navigate it this way. So the next one is your paycheck and tax deductions. Many teenagers, when they get their first job, they are very surprised to see how much money gets taken out of their paycheck. So this section of the website is going to help understand all those deductions, Social Security issues, filing taxes with the IRS, and health insurance, and how that is, again, one of the deductions that's taken out of many paychecks. So understanding your paycheck, where did the money go? This is a great and helpful article that will tell you all about all the federal deductions that come out of a paycheck. And so this one was a great image here. You can see how you want to know the difference between gross pay and net pay. and all the different things that are taken out of your paycheck. And then understanding your paycheck, here are some great videos, how those things are broken down, and that is important to understand. Social Security is something that, again, it seems like you won't need to understand this until you retire, but you're going to start contributing to Social Security at the very first job that you have and every job thereafter. So you're contributing to that system of Social Security, and this gives you some great information from the Social Security Administration all about students and how it impacts you even as a young person. Setting up an account with Social Security is something that is recommended when you turn 18. And then what is Medicare? Medicare is another federal deduction that is taken out of your paycheck. That is a benefit that you have when you retire and reach the age of 65. Filing taxes is incredibly important with the IRS, Internal Revenue Service, and this tells you all about how to file taxes for the first time and some do's and don'ts. You don't want to get in trouble with the IRS, so that is really important to understand when you start working and filing taxes. Health insurance is an important topic, and I found the best way to relay this information is through some great videos that I was able to access. So you have information on the basics of health insurance, the types of plans, and how you can get health insurance. So that is very important. And having health insurance, if you don't have health insurance, it can be very, very expensive in your adult life. Okay, we're going to go back now. And I'm going to use the drop down to go to budgeting, the importance of having a budget as a young person and throughout life. And this will give you all the great tips and tricks and resources that you will need to be well informed. So we've got tips on teen budgeting, why you should budget your money, some budget examples, and there's something called the 50-30-20 budgeting rule, which you really need to know about. So you want to look here to find out more information about that. Here's an article. They even have, well, I'll click on this just to give you a quick preview. There is also an example, a calculator that you can use to talk about how much money you have for your essentials, your wants, and your savings, and how much money you have after income tax. So for example, monthly, let's say I have $2,000 after all my taxes are paid. This is how much I would have for saving, I believe, weekly. $200, no, $2,000, let's say. So this is how much I would have to put in each category. I really want you to focus on savings. That is going to be a huge theme of adult living and successful adult living. So anyway, this calculator can be very, very helpful. This shows you the recommended way that you should spend your money and save your money in adult life or even before adult life. And I've included some videos, some budgeting videos for you to watch. Also some great budgeting worksheets. I really recommend this one. This is a printable you can look at, and this one is Teen Budget Worksheet editable. Yes, that's correct. And this one I really like because you can save this on your computer, and then you can work with it and go in and edit the amounts. You can type in the amounts for your practice budget or a real budget that you envision, and then it will total your amounts at the bottom of this worksheet, which is great. And this one has a real emphasis on a savings money. So money savings at the end of your month. So highly recommend this. Again, you can use this download button to save your own personal copy. And then here's a list for your own budget. You can look at this resource for common teenage expenses and things to save up for. If you want to, for these files that are PDF files, for example, you can pop them out and you can get a larger version of it if you wanted to print that out or see it in a larger view, for example. So that is our teenage expenses sheet. Okay. All right. Next is an important topic of banking. So being able to keep your money in a safe, secure place is very important. It allows you to pay bills and save money and keep your money safe rather than just keeping cash at home. Also, many employers have set up a system where your paycheck gets deposited right into a bank, which makes it much easier than having to go and deposit money every 2 weeks or whenever you get paid. So you'll see that we're going to go over many different sections here about banking. You'll want to know the difference between checking and savings accounts and how to open up a checking and savings account, which are included here. So this one here is an article that you can click on, and here are a couple of great videos. Using a debit card in an ATM. So debit card is something that many teenagers get when they're teens and start and open up like a high school checking account. So this explains the benefits and some of the cautions of using a debit card, and then how to use an ATM. Some people have never used an ATM. So that is important. And then here's a little article on what is a debit card if you're not aware. Online banking is a way to streamline things and to make bill paying very easy. And here's a video you can watch on that. And there are some basic tips for setting up an online banking account with your bank. Online banking is great because you can download the app to your phone in most cases and pay your bills right on your phone within just a few short minutes, or pay other people through different pay accounts, transfer money, things like that. Check on your balances very easily. And then paying bills. This is something with online banking. Sometimes paying bills people don't do as often as they used to, but here's a great video. And here is a little article on how to fill out a check if you ever need to pay a check, a physical paper check. All right, next is credit and debit. So another aspect of adult life is credit cards. So the benefits and risks of getting a credit card is covered here in this section, and avoiding debt. Credit card debt is one of the biggest problems in our country in terms of young people and people of every age, that really makes it difficult for them to have enough money to retire or to pay their bills sometimes. And so this is a really important topic to understand. So talking about getting your first credit card, here are some articles to read: the dangers of credit card debt, how to use your credit card wisely and stay out of debt. So these videos are very important to watch. There are some ideas and some concepts, and some financial experts say you can live without a credit card. So you might want to look into this and check that out. Most young adults, in order to kind of be able to rent an apartment in adult life or take out a loan for a car or different things, do want to build a credit score. And so that's called a FICO score. So this information is important to look at. Building credit, here are some examples of how you can build up your credit. And basically the idea there is that you are showing and demonstrating that you can take out a loan and that you can pay it back on time in full. So credit cards are one way to do that. And this is something to look at. And how you establish a credit history is what they call it. Like, how well do you pay your bills? Are you going to be a reliable person who pays their bills on time? Okay, that's that section. And here are some more things. Mistakes about credit cards to be careful of. Avoid those mistakes at all costs. And then common credit card mistakes to avoid. Here is another great graphic visual to help you to understand that idea. All right, next. So the ideal goal is that you don't get into debt, so that you have money that you can save. And when you've saved money, then you can do some investing for retirement. Now, Some companies, when you get a job, they will have a 401k plan or a pension plan where you can contribute to those plans to make money for retirement. Other people create their own investing accounts. And in fact, young people and teenagers can start their own investments. They have to have what's called a custodial account with a parent or a guardian before the age of 18. But if we learn from our economics classes and the investors that have made enough money to retire in their adult life before they get too old to enjoy it, they start investing early. And that is a key to it. So this is information on saving money, how to save for retirement. Here's an example, a little chart on 5 things that will make you wealthy. And then investing for retirement, this gives a lot of different information. Investing for beginners, active and passive investing is interesting. So if you've heard of day trading or traders, people can invest their own money and be active in their investment process, or they can be more passive and use a financial planner to help them plan their investments. So that's important to know about. And then I thought this might grasp your attention, how teens can become millionaires. So this is that topic I was talking about there. It is possible if you start investing early enough that a young person can become quite wealthy and financially stable well before they are of retirement age. So this is really a great article to read. And compound interest is the economic concept that is all about investing and making money and starting when you are young. So this article this is a great article on investing and the different types of investments. Here's another one on investing basics. And then let's go down here. A couple of videos on the miracle of compound returns that we talked about, and Warren Buffett's 6 Rules of Investing, one of the most successful investors of our time. Might be an interesting article, website video for you to watch. All right, moving on. Financial aid for college is something that may be of interest. It's important to know how to file for student aid through the FAFSA system, and that is the free application for federal student aid. So this is a requirement of every young person who attends a college. That is a college requirement. And there are some guides to FAFSA, how to fill it out. This is a great video about how to fill it out completely. And there is a parent guardian component of the FAFSA, and there is a student component that the student has to fill out on their own with all their independent information. So this is part of the start of adult life and being an independent person. Student loan debt is another issue, just like regular debt with credit cards. Student loan debt is a huge problem in our country. And so these areas would be very important to watch and to learn about before you make a college choice, if that is your pathway. And again, there are many, many careers. If you go back to the career website, many high demand careers that don't require any college and involve no student debt. So that's something else that you might want to look into. All right. Next, we have avoiding identity theft. This is a big issue. Cybercrime is a huge problem globally, really. And so this page will give you lots of great information on how to protect your identity. So I'll just kind of scroll through here so you can see what's involved. We have some videos. We have a great article, how to prevent it, warning signs, things like that. This is very important to understand that information well and be prepared for protecting yourself. All right, we're going to jump back just again to the home page and the resources on community and civic responsibility you can find by clicking here. Again, in your government class, you probably learned about, or if you haven't taken it yet, you will learn about the duties of U.S. citizenship and community and civic responsibilities. So we've got them listed here. Lots of important issues and things to be aware of as you move on to adulthood. So we'll dive a little deeper into the duties of citizenship here. So duties mean they're mandatory obligations that we, as United States citizens, are obligated to do, such as obeying laws, attending school, paying taxes, serving in court in jury duty, and registering for selective service. So you'll see a couple of videos here, and then again, the duties of citizenship here with a link to some information. The second area of this section is community and civic responsibility. So how to get involved in your community, volunteering, voting, respecting others, and different opinions. So these are responsibilities that are very strongly encouraged in good citizenship in our country. So you can find all kinds of great information. Getting involved in your community as a young adult, as an adult person, is very rewarding to be able to get involved. It's fun to participate in things in your community and to meet new people, to be a good citizen. And volunteering is kind of a part of that. And there are some major benefits of volunteering, especially if you don't have a job or want to get a job. It's great to have some things to put on your resume and to put on your job application and to build some personal references that are super important for not only job applications and interviewing and trying to get a job, but sometimes even on apartment rental applications, you will be asked to provide some personal references about you being a trustworthy and honorable person of good character. So here are some ideas for community involvement, getting involved in your community. On this section here, I've listed all kinds of things you can do in Plainfield and Joliet in our local areas, and links to the Plainfield and Joliet public libraries. This is a great free resource when we're talking about saving money as an adult. You can save a ton of money by being able to read books, rent videos, rent video games, access to so much free information through your libraries. So you can check out those links. The Plainfield and Joliet Park Districts and the Plainfield and Joliet YMCAs help us to become healthy, be active, and offer all kinds of programs in our community, which you might want to check out. This is a great video on how to be a good citizen. And then it starts with you, pay it forward is kind of a concept of volunteering and community service where we help others, and that aspect of life can be very fulfilling and rewarding when we help others and not just ourselves. So here's some great information about voting and the importance of voting that you can find here. There's a voter registration link, a guide to social media and the news for voters, some really wonderful videos about the power of the youth vote and also restoring youth civic engagement. So these are some excellent videos to inspire you to become active in your world. Okay, we're on now to parent resources. So for our parents, I have included a variety of information on essential life skills for teens, helping your child to become a responsible citizen, some wonderful websites and information on parenting young adults and helping your young adults to become successful in their adult lives, and a couple of videos on parenting, TED Talks that were very helpful. And then this is a link to the post-secondary and career expectations for high school students, which is important for parents to become familiar with. This is a set of expectations from the state of Illinois, our Illinois State Board of Education, which highlights the important areas that students should be doing, supported to do, and what they should know at the end of each grade of high school. So there are some things that the school will work on, and a lot of things that students can work on or need to work on in their personal lives as well to become really educated about careers and options for life after high school. So I hope that will be useful. This resource is also included in the career website that I have linked as well. And I have also included for parents of students with disabilities a resource for navigating the transition to adulthood. And it includes links to a variety of resources that are very, very useful for parents. All right, there's a final section, a feedback survey. So if you have feedback for me, I really appreciate any feedback. I always want to make this resource better for my students and my families. So please, if you have time to take a moment and fill out this survey, I would truly appreciate it. And it's a very short survey, but I will really take all of the ideas into great consideration. And I'm going to head back to our home page here. And again, a friendly reminder, if you have any specific questions for me, you can link down at the bottom to email me directly here. And I hope that this information is of use to you. And I wish all of the young adults in my life great success as they pursue their adulthood transition and find great success and happiness. Thank you very much.